Oh, yes, I'm live. Yeah, hello, everyone that's listening or listening in later on. I am announcing a couple of days ago, I made an announcement that I would um, step back from making radio content for Environmental Soup. And this is my announcement for this channel. I'm not sure what I will do with this channel going forward. I might still continue uploading videos. However, there will be less content through the facilities of Trent Radio. And that's because um, I I'm planning on running for office as well. Um, Potentially, and those rules around broadcasting on radio um, during an election campaign. But I will look at what's happening in the in terms of consultation and everything else. I hold that the Amazon rainforest is turning into savanna irreversibly. So that's a huge concern. And then just uploading the environmental registry. There's an increase in greenhouse gas emissions from the natural gas, increase in natural gas, and it's impacting the city of Peterborough's ability to be carbon to reduce their carbon emissions, and the electricity sector. The increase in natural gas might wipe out the progress made as a result of the phase out of coal. And here I am. And yeah, there's a huge court case coming up dealing with BWXT. So that's coming up as well. And I am searching the registry. Open for comment. So, yeah, so probably, yeah, I might still do the Sunday videos. So those 9 items that are policy, regulations, or acts. Those the Egon Shoots Provincial Park Management Planning, and that has number of 019 5072, and you can comment on that until April 30th, 2022. Proposal to align whitetail deer hunting seasons and wildlife management units 91AB and 92AD. That has number 019-5034. And you can comment on that until April 29th. Implementation pause of excess soil requirements in effect January 1st, 2022. You can comment on that until April 10th, 2022. I believe I talked about this last week. Expanding administrative penalties for environmental contraventions. That has number 019-4108, and you can comment on that until March 28th, 2022. Proposed renewed approach to allocating registered trap lines. That has number 019-1608, and you can comment on that until April 19th, 2022. Proposal to enable new voluntary enhanced time of use rate, including consideration for new ultra low overnight price. And that has number 019-5054. And you can comment on that until March 29th, 2022. Conservation agreement for boreal caribou in Ontario. That has number 019-4995. And you can comment on that until tomorrow, March 21st, 2022. Municipal wastewater and stormwater management in Ontario discussion paper. And that has number 019-4967. And you can comment on that until March 28th, 2022. And low impact development stormwater water management guidance manual. And that has number 019-4971. And you can comment on that until March 28th, 2022. So, yeah, that's all the items in the. Oh, yes, I forgot to look at the. Sometimes those items in the bulletin. Let's see. Because this government in particular, but even past governments haven't always been transparent. Inclusion of Aboriginal consultation cost as an eligible expense for the retention of proceeds from the sale of samples taken for testing on unpatented mining claims. And that has number 019-5153, and you can't comment on these, unfortunately. There's a Class C environmental assessment under the Public Work Class Environmental Assessment for Ontario Place Redevelopment. That has number 019-5216. Amendment to the Renewable Energy Approval numbers 0871-AV3TFM for nationwide wind farm. And that was the wind farm that there was a court case involved with because of the cancellations. They'll say they're making an administrative change for an acoustic audit. So I don't know if that's making the change sooner. Okay, so it sounds like they're making sound. It's talking about sound. Condition E3. What else is so we'll go back. There's the Fuel Fees Battle Services Act. They say that consultation isn't needed because they're from 8 ministries that are responsible for violating their individual legislative proposals and amendments against public consultation requirements for the Environmental Bill of Rights. They say that there's no significant impact on the environment. And they link to the Ontario's regulatory registry. So we might look at that more often. That's something. So I'll link to that going forward. I'll put a star beside it. There's a bunch of renewable energy projects. Oh, and then this goes into all on. And then I'll look at environmental defense. See what they're talking about. Um, um, they're talking about there was an article from March 15th. No big oil. The Russian invasion of Ukraine is not a reason to extract more oil and build pipelines. Labeling of those false progress on labeling of toxic ingredients continues to put our health at risk. So those are two, and so any. So those closing, there's a few reports. Closing Enbridge Line 5 pipeline. What are the options and alternatives available? Canada's big oil reality check. Missing the forest. How carbon loopholes for logging hinder Canada's climate leadership. And the 2021 annual reports, all the most recent reports. So I might make a video on that, and I don't see anyone here. And Canadian environmental law association. Canadian Environmental Law Association. More about on the Canadian Environmental Law Association. There's more about the toxic substances law. Social justice priorities require federal funding and attention. And more about the toxic substances law. And is media releases. Sometimes media releases are good. There's no recent media releases, but Canada's big banks urged to drop nuclear from green investment portfolios is one. And yeah, those are the main items. So yeah, I thank everyone that has tuned in for the last couple of years through radio, through the facilities of Trent Radio, or on YouTube, and yeah, I wanted to decide what to do with this YouTube channel. Now it's not tied to radio, and I I appreciate that all the support that you have given over the years. And I'll see you next time.